Good morning, Kari. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning, Tracy. Hope you're having a good day. We're here to talk about what things are worth. Tracy, I know you're not a realtor, but um, primarily, let's start the slideshow.
Okay.
Primarily, um, I know realtors hear all the time that people think the property that is worth more than it is. Well, next slide, please. So do we. Um, can we go to the, yeah. I sell personal property, and that's basically anything that is not real estate. We have sold everything from boats to teeth. Um, the teeth were in a medical piece of equipment, they were not just random teeth. But we can sell anything in the house, the garage, the sheds, the storage unit that's 3 miles away, stuff in a parking lot. If it's yours, we can sell it. Um, Really, the only distinguishing factor is that real property can't be moved and personal property can be moved. Next slide. So let's look at the market today. It's changed, it keeps changing. Next slide. It's all based on supply and demand, just like the real estate market. You do have to factor in the interest rate, but for personal property, it all depends on how much is out there and do people want it or not. Because the generations like different things, that also influences the supply and demand. Right now, we have a glut of furniture. So the price of furniture is very, very, very low. But we have people wanting the toys that my generation played with in the 60s and 70s. So those things are more costly. Um, can we go to the next slide? So this is the first quiz. What do you think the annual revenue for the self-storage industry is in the US? If you want to say it out loud, that's fine. If you don't want to say it out loud, that's fine too. And the answer is on the
Got to
next
be in the
slide.
billions.
Yep, Tracy, you're right. It's 39.5 billion, and that number is about 3 years old. So it's people are storing stuff to keep. So next question, what percentage of two-car garage owners actually use their garage for parking their car? And make your guess.
20%.
Pretty close. Rick, can you give us the answer, please? 15%.
That's crazy.
Most garages look like this. So let's go to the next slide. This is a list of what's hot, what's actually selling for a decent price, and what's not selling for a decent price. What's really good is lawn equipment. That includes patio equipment, like patio tables and chairs. Sterling silver, doesn't matter if it's jewelry or if it's dining ware, spoons and forks. Fine jewelry, that's generally considered 14K and up. Costume jewelry is also popular. The stuff from the 50s, 60s, and 40s is very popular. Rare coins are still popular. Mid-century furniture. Some people call this Danish modern. Some people call it mid-century modern, but that particular style of furniture, people really, really like. Rare artwork, people like. Tools, any kind of tool that a man has in a garage is going to sell. People love tools. Even if they have 25 screwdrivers, they'll buy more. It's amazing. Vintage toys, as I said, stuff from when I was growing up, Barbies, um, Hot Wheels, those kind of toys are very, very popular. And pristine vinyl records, they want them clean. Things that many seniors and other homeowners think are valuable and they're just not is clear glassware, and that includes crystal, silver plated stuff. Doesn't matter if it's a pitcher or a spoon, if it's silver plate, nobody cares. Furniture, especially extra large stuff, figurines and collectibles, linens, books, lamps, and some antique pieces people just don't care about anymore. Next slide, please. I don't know what's on there. There's 4 different types of value, and your clients are going to be confusing these. Can we go to the next slide? The first one is insurance or replacement value. What this really amounts to is the amount it would cost to go out your front door and buy the first one of your replacement items that you see without doing any shopping around for price comparison. It's generally higher than you're going to have to pay. But people insure it for that so that it will stand the test of time for the replacement, but also sometimes they can buy a nicer item. Next slide. Perceived value. My generation tends to perceive real wood furniture, hard made with dovetails and all of those lovely things, as being of great value. So you may perceive that a walnut table is very much more valuable than an IKEA pine table, but you might not be in the market for a table. So just the fact that you see it has value doesn't mean you're going to spend money on it. Next slide, please. Sentimental value. This is the one that really gets your clients. Because it was their grandmother's quilt that she knitted or crocheted, to them, they perceive, they count in the emotional cost of that item rather than seeing, okay, it's an old Afghan. How many people want Afghans? So things that are sentimental, they perceive as having a higher value that nobody else is going to want to pay for. And sometimes this is where we have to explain to set expectations with your clients that, no, I understand that grandfather clock was your mother's, and it's always rung throughout your whole life and you love it. But nowadays people don't want grandfather clocks. So we do a lot of setting expectations when it comes to sentimental value. Can we go on to the next one, Rick? And then there's fair market value. This is what we sell at. This is the price at which buyers and sellers, both having a reasonable knowledge of the pertinent facts and not acting any compulsion to buy, are willing to do business, buy or sell. So that means it's what people really pay for it when they don't desperately need it. And for example, Hummel figurines used to be very, very expensive. Now you're lucky if you can get $5 for a single like this, because the people that wanted them bought them originally, and then the people that couldn't get them originally bought them on the secondary market 15 years ago, and now we're into the silver tsunami, and there's more Hummels than people that want them. So that's called fair market value. Let's see what the next slide is. This is where we get to guess a bit again. What do you think the vintage Evinrude motor pictured here went for at auction? Make a guess, and then when Rick's ready, he can flip us to the answer.
$500.
We'll see. 145. Still had some pretty decent value for as banged up as it was. Let's try the next one. This is a mid-century modern rosewood credenza in what looks to be pretty much pristine shape. Make your guess.
$2,000.
$1,275. Pretty close, Tracy. Pretty close. Let's see what the next one is. Waterford crystal decanter with other decor pieces. Now, when I was young, this was all the stuff to give as wedding gifts. This was the big deal. What do you think it's worth now? What did this lot go for at auction? Anybody?
$50.
50? The answer is 23.
Wow.
It's really sad. But yes, nobody is after this. And I'm sure that you can't see me. I'm pointing at the decanter. That's the piece that brought it up. The little side pieces, I'm sure, had nothing to do with the value. I think yes, this is the one. Fender Telecaster, not a Stratocaster, but a Telecaster, deluxe electric guitar. I don't have a year. What do you guys think this went for? Okay, nobody's guessing, so $1,150.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty much anything that was popular in the 50s or 60s, no, the 60s and 70s, sometimes the 50s, has retained its value if it was part of popular culture. Let's do one more. Oh yeah, this one. This is our last guess. Now, take into account that this jewelry appears to be jade. It's not saying costume jewelry, it's green, because at least some of the pieces appear to be jade. Any guesses?
$500?
I think you're close. $2,375.
Wow.
The value, that's probably the last guess that we're going to do today. How are we doing on time, Rick? Oh, yeah, let's do that one. How are we doing on time, though?
We're good.
We're good? Okay.
Plenty of time.
Plenty of time. Okay. These are a collection of Hummels. And the price, this is a lot of Hummels. So the price for all of these Hummels together was, what do you think?
Considering you said $5 a piece earlier,
Uh-huh.
the group, I'm going to say 35.
I think you're close.
Tracy, any guess?
I was going to say 25.
All right, let's
Well,
see.
let's see.
Ooh,
Oh, Rick was really close. Yeah. Let's see what the next one is. I think this is, oh, silver plate. Tea set in pieces. So all of these pieces together. This is silver plated. It's not real silver. What do you think?
20.
100?
100? Anybody else? Deborah? Charmy?
200?
200? Unfortunately, it was $32.
32.
Wow.
It's hard to get the silver off the base metal. So that's why people aren't doing it. And there's not very much on there. Let's try. Yes, this is a good one. This is an example of 60s and 70s popular toys. And it includes the case. Any guesses?
200?
It's a good idea.
$1,000.
1,000.
Wow.
We'll see.
I'm going to say $1. Price is Right strategy. $1. Oh, Charmy got it.
200. Charmy got it.
Yay!
$1 is actually our starting bid. So
Wow.
we sell some things for $1. We try to make those the absolute minimum and not really happening, but sometimes people just don't want it. We did sell a pool table with a slate, really nice pool table for $1 because nobody had any room to put it. It's just
Wow.
too big. But they had to take it away, which made it worth it for the client. Okay, this is a painting from Pablo. This is a print from Pablo Picasso. He did it in 1961. It's 28 inches by 34 inches. What do you guys think a Picasso print went for?
Was it signed or numbered?
It's numbered. It's not signed. Well, it probably is signed. I can't see it here.
I'd say $1,000.
Anybody else?
I go 1,001.
Okay. They're fighting over it. Let's see who's got it.
Oh, we're both over.
Wow.
It is a print. And that's probably why it was only 160. And it didn't look like he spent a whole lot of time on it. It looks very quick. But let's see what the next item is. This is a grandfather clock. It's taller than, it's about my height, it's about 6 feet tall. we weren't able to test it, and it's got some missing glass. What do you think it sold for?
Hmm. I'm kind of getting that $1 vibe just with everything that's been said earlier.
I like your thinking. Shall we take a look? $2.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Probably because of the size and the style. And they didn't know if it was going to work. So let's see what the next item is. Oh, Lionel curved train tracks. 3 boxes like this filled with train tracks. So it was over 30 tracks. Guesses?
Hmm. That looks like 50s or 60s box.
Yep.
I'm gonna say 175.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm gonna go 200.
200? Okay.
All right, here we go. Ooh,
275.
Mm.
wow.
Um, that's because collectibles sell really well, toys sell really well. It was in the box and it was in very good condition for its age. So you never know. And this one
Ooh.
has its case. It's a vintage 1963 Barbie, and she has a lot of clothes. Any ideas? Guesses?
$900.
900. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other guesses? Going once, going twice. And here we go.
302, basically. And listed, you see all the reasons why it came out to that. Made me wish I'd kept my Barbies in better shape, but I didn't. I think there's a few more. Oh, this is the last one. This is an inkwell and clock. It looks like gold, but it's just paint. The clock is 3 inches tall, and the inkwell is 6.5 inches wide and 5 inches deep. The clock does work. What do you think that sold for?
Like 50.
That's a good guess, Deborah. Anybody else?
I'll
25.
say $8.
25. $8. Okay, we're all over the place. Let's see.
Ooh,
Oh.
wow.
That was a shocker, yeah. I think it's because of its size and its appearance. And there are clock collectors. So you've got a collector group that probably went to. So one of the things I wanted to share with you all, especially the realtors, it's very hard to guess what something is worth unless you've been following the trends in the market, just like when you guys are trying to get people to understand their house should sell for X, but they think it should sell for X plus 2 million. They don't know all the things that go into the pricing, and that's your job. Well, the reason we do auctions is to try and get it up to market value, fair market value, and so that we can get 1 million bidders on the item bidding against each other, raise the price up, rather than about 300 that you can drag through a property on a weekend for an estate sale. We're trying to get the best value for your client that we possibly can. These are things that your client will need to look at. We don't like to sell family heirlooms or touchstones or things that are going to rip their hearts open, because they're going to rip the client's hearts open. We need them to determine, well, if this set of china went for under $200, I would be heartbroken. Then don't sell it, because you don't know what your particular, sometimes if it's Lennox and it's a specific pattern, it'll go for a lot more than that, but china is usually going at 100, 150. Please have your clients reach out for advice. We've had clients throw stuff out. My husband walked into a house one time and he looked in the trash and they'd thrown out an $800 mid-century modern vase,
Mm,
which he promptly grabbed out of the trash and said, "We're selling this for you."
mm,
I mean, you got to be aware of friends and family shopping the house. Choose your help carefully and then get it done. Because the real money's in the house. And you want the clients to continue to understand that the real money is with you guys, the realtors in the house. That's pretty much it. Any questions?
I'm in
Heather?
a, s-
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Deborah.
I'm in a situation, I'm a property manager for
Uh-huh.
multi-family residence. And as it turns out, several have aged and are unable now to um, dispose of their own property.
Uh-huh.
So we're trying to figure out whether it'd be better to do an estate sale or an auction or what, because they're unable to handle this themselves physically or mentally.
Yeah.
So,
Well, those are the kind of people we generally help.
okay.
We find that online auctions will give them a better return on their dollar than an estate sale, because an estate sale is only going to have a limited number of eyes on their items. That means a limited number of people that say, yes, I want it, or no, I don't, or I want it, but I don't want to pay that much for it.
Mhm.
Whereas on our auctions, we literally have a million people who've plunked down their credit cards and say, if I bid on it and I win it, I'm paying.
So you do online auctions too?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
And it involves a lot less traipsing around the houses.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and it's a lot for COVID, it was very perfect because we didn't have people coming in and breathing all over everything.
Mhm.
So, and that still holds.
What is your percentage cut?
My husband generally comes out and does a free consultation with people. The percentage is based on what kind of auction we do.
Mhm,
And that's based on what the merchandise is.
mhm,
Because there are some things that sell better one way and some things that sell better a different way. And we want to get it to where it's selling the best for you,
mhm.
not just do a blanket thing.
Okay. Well,
But
we're getting several groups out for them to interview. I suppose we can add you to the list.
thank you. I'd
Okay.
appreciate that.
All right, we'll do that.
Any other questions?
Heather, can people set a reserve amount? Like maybe they want to sell their item, but they don't want to sell it for $2?
Yes, but you have to tell us ahead of you have to tell us before the auction starts. You can't tell us 5 days into it because
Right.
that's not fair on the people who've already bid.
Oh, 100%. And then how long does the auction usually last?
Usually lasts about a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you dispose of things that don't sell?
We want to leave it up to the owner because they're still the owner.
Mhm.
Most of them say take it to the Salvation Army.
Okay.
But sometimes we think there's really value in this. Let's run it a second time and find out there is value in it.
Mm.
So, and other people want it back. So we give it back, whatever they want.
Yeah.
Do you help with the shipping of the item or
Yes.
item?
Yes, we take care of all the shipping and the purchaser pays for the shipping. So your client is not out anything for the shipping.
When it
Does that make
comes
sense?
when it comes time to set up, how much time do you need in order to set up for an auction? 1 week, 2 weeks? What does that look like for?
About a week. And that involves pulling everything out, deciding if this is sellable or not, sorting into trash, donate. There's some things we donate automatically, save for the family because they missed it, photos and things of that nature, and sell. And then we take the pictures, set up the auction, and it takes about a week to do that.
Hmm.
And
How
then
do
the
you
auction
publicize
runs
it?
for a week, and then there's 3 days before pickup. So total, it's going to take at least 2.5 weeks from the time we start to the time the items disappear.
How do you publicize the auction? Like, how would people find you?
We have an email list of about 50,000 people that follow us. And we also buy emails from estatesales.org. They send another 25 or 30,000 emails out. Then I do paid advertising on Facebook, pinpointing it at people that would like whatever's in your auction, as well as free posting overall, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Alignable, Nextdoor, and Pinterest. Try and
It
get
gets a lot of eyes on it.
Yeah, we're trying to get as many eyes on it as we can at the cheapest amount of money for you.
It's great.
I
So a
know,
reasonable timeline for a realtor who's getting ready to list a property is 2 months out, because the first month you're going to be going over, doing the quote, getting set up for the online auction or the estate sale. And then once that's complete, then the realtor still has to set up and stage the property for sale, right? So
Paint.
roughly a month and a half, 2 months?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And we do like to leave the property swept and vacuumed.
for some cities, do they require a permit to have an estate sale?
There are a few, but none of them are on the hill.
Okay. Like PV Estates.
No, well, that's one reason we do the auctions, is because
Yeah.
we can, especially like Rolling Hills, we can hand the gate guard a list of who's coming at what time to pick up items they now already own.
Mhm.
So they can't say you're doing something that's causing chaos, because it's very orderly if the people are on time.
Yeah.
And, they already own the merchandise, so they're just picking up their own couch now, or their own whatever.
Mhm.
Thank you, Rick.
We do have Heather's information in the chat, and then I will also send it to you after after today's Zoom. But any more questions for Heather while we still have her here?
No, that was interesting. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. And I'd love to meet you at the next breakfast or event.
Okay. Great. Thanks for
All right,
setting
thanks
this up.
everybody.
Thanks,
All right, have a great
Heather.
day. And we'll
Thank
see you
you.
at the breakfast. Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.